Before the World Cup, when India's coach Amol Muzumdar said something legendary, we write our own story tonight. 7 hours of that bubble, of that pure focus can create history for a nation. What 7 days of it could do for your life. But here's what most people miss. That bubble wasn't isolation. It was a space where your energy is so focused that the world outside loses its power. The bubble isn't a place. It's a state of, and most importantly, your energy stops leaking into. It's not isolation. You are not cutting the world off. You are cutting the noise. Those 7 hours weren't just a game. They were, you don't lose focus because you're lazy. Before the World Cup, when India's coach Amol Muzumdar said something legendary. For the next 7 hours, we cut all the noise, we cut them out of our lives. We create our own bubble here and step into it. No more stories from outside, we write our own story tonight. And they did it. They created history. But here's what most people miss. That bubble wasn't isolation. It was a mental state of creation, a space where your energy is so focused that the world outside loses its power over you. It was actually about purity of intention, a sacred space where only one thing existed, and that was the mission, the win. No opinions, no comparison, no self-doubt. Just focus, just presence. But what the bubble really is, the bubble isn't a place. It's a state of consciousness. It's when your mind, your body, and your emotions finally agree on just one thing. When your heart isn't pulling you one way and your mind another way. It's when your nervous system feels safe and your thoughts feel clear. And most importantly, your energy stops leaking into everything and everyone around you. So it's not isolation, it's integration. You are not cutting the world off. You are cutting the noise within. The bubble is that space between chaos and calm, where you stop reacting to life and you start creating it. That's the bubble. That's where history and destiny both are written. What happens when you enter it? We all have those 1,000 voices in our head. What if I fail? What will people say? Am I even ready? That's the noise. And it is not somewhere outside. It's within our head, our own mind. Every scroll, every comparison, every attempt to please feeds it. But when you enter your bubble, something shifts. You actually create a distance between your truth and their opinions. That's when your nervous system settles, your focus sharpens. You stop chasing and you start building. You stop performing for the world and you start becoming who you are meant to be. And that's what exactly happened that night. Those 7 hours weren't just a game. They were rewiring. Every cell, every thought, every breath aligned with just one purpose. They didn't try to win. They became the team that wins. They didn't just play cricket. They created reality. But the important question for you is, how do you build your own bubble? You can create that same energy every single day. So choose your window. 1 hour, 3 hours, 7 hours, doesn't matter. But during that specific window, during that hour, you belong just to that dream, that specific purpose, that goal, that outcome of yours. Cut the noise, no messages, no notification, no distraction, especially no multitasking. You and your mission, that's it. Step into the identity mode. I repeat, step into the identity mode. Don't try to focus. Become the person who's already living the result. Think like them, move like them, breathe like them, and most importantly, protect it, because once you taste that silence, you realize that's where your real power lives. That's the breakthrough you need. Imagine if 7 hours of that bubble, of that pure focus can create history for a nation. Imagine what 7 days of it could do for your life. Maybe success isn't about doing more, it's about doing less, but doing it fully. Because you don't lose focus because you're lazy. You lose it because you're leaking energy into things that don't matter. And the moment you stop leaking, you start leading. That's what bubble really is, a sacred space inside of you where your future gets built. Thought by thought, choice by choice and moment by moment. So today decide to build your bubble, cut the noise, reclaim your power, because the world doesn't remember those who followed every story. It remembers the one who create their own. So share it with your friends who want to write and live their own story rather than scrolling others. With that, thank you so much for subscribing and pouring in all that love. That's a different perspective for the day. See you in the next video.